little friends, welcome to Raven's World channel. Today we are going to read another storybook, Iggy Peck, Architect. This book is written by Andrea Beaty and illustrated by David Robert. It's about meet Iggy Peck, creative, independent, and not afraid to express himself. Come on, let us build into the story.
Young Iggy Peck is an architect and has been since he was 2, when he built a giant tower in only an hour with nothing but diapers and glue.
Good gorgeous, Ignatius, his mother exclaimed. That is the coolest thing I ever seen. But her smile faded fast as a light wind blew past, and she realized those diapers weren't clean. Ignatius, my son, what on earth have you done? That's disgusting and nasty. It stinks. Oh.
But Iggy was gone. He was out on the lawn using dirt clods to build a great
Sphinx.
which is a Egyptian sculpture which looks like a cat, human, and also it's in all Egyptian the nose falls off. That's it. That was it. Yeah, you see. When Iggy was 3, his parents could see his unusual passion would stay. He built churches and
Chapels.
from peaches and apples and temples from molding clay. I like the molding clay thing. I wish I could do that. Modeling clay. At dinner one night, to his father's delight, which is rhyming, Iggy got a bright gleam in his eye, and out on the porch sat the St. Louis Arc from pancakes and coconut pie. I would eat that for sure if it was waffle. Dear Egg had made it until 2nd grade when his teacher was Miss Leah Gear. On the very first day, she had to say,
We do not talk of buildings in here.
more like we don't talk about buildings.
Gothic or Romanesque. I couldn't care less about buildings, ancient or new. She said in her lecture about architecture that it had no place in grade 2.
That is not true.
That might seem severe, but she was sincere, for when she was no more than 7, she had a great fright at a dizzying height in a building so tall in scrapped heaven. On an architect's tour of the 95th floor, young Leah got lost from the group. She was found 2 days later in a stuck elevator eating cheese with a French circus troupe. After that day, it's quite safe to say she thought all building lovers were nuts. As a teacher, she thought that above all, one ought to avoid them. No ifs, ands, or buts.
I have one thing to say to her. Just why? I know there's rhyming there. I like the rhyming. As you might guess, it would cause Iggy stress to hear such terrible talk, but he didn't hear. He sat in the rear while building a castle of chocolate. That's impressive. That's all I can say.
You, Iggy Peck, your desk is a wreck. Tear down that castle right now. You will not build in here. Is that perfectly clear? Do you need to see the principal how?
No, ma'am. Iggy said. He lowered his head and his heart sank down to the floor. With no chance to build, his heart, his interest was killed, and 2nd grade was a bore.
After 12 long days that passed in a haze of reading, writing, arithmetic, Miss Gray took the class to Blue River Pass for a hike and an old-fashioned picnic.
They crossed an old trestle to a small island nestled in the heart of a burbling stream. But they no sooner passed than the footbridge collapsed and Miss Laguerre started to scream.
We are trapped here. Oh my lost kids, goodbye. Hey, eyeballs rolled back in her head. She dropped to the ground with a vague groaning sound. Ooh, no, I'm not dead.
The class was amazed. They stood there quiet, gazed,
Dazed.
danced, uncertain of what they should do. But one brilliant young man was off hatching a plan, which started with Miss Leah's shoe. Soon each lad and lass there at
Blue River
Blue
Pass.
River Pass was working together and I guess making the bridge.
As one.
And that young man is probably Iggy.
Yes.
And when she came to, Miss Laguerre knew that something quite brave had been done. She looked in the air and saw hanging there a sculpture with
A structure with cables and braces.
And on the fair side, beaming with pride, the 17 smiling young faces. Beats,
Boots,
boots,
tree roots and strings, fruit roll apps, and things, some of which one should not mention, were stretched ridge to ridge in a glorious bridge dangling from shoestring suspension.
string suspension.
The kids made it, that Iggy made it. It all became clear to Miss Leah Gray as she crossed their bridge over the stream. There are worse things to do when you're in grade 2 than to spend your time building a dream. Now, every week at Blue River Creek Elementary in second grade, all the school kids can hear, along with Miss Greed, how the world's greatest buildings were made. The weekly guest speaker in t-shirt and sneakers talks of building from Rome to Quebec. Of course, he is the guy who builds towers from Pi, that brilliant young man Iggy Peck. Who?
Thanks for watching today's video. If you watched till the end, you'll deserve a cookie.
Clap.
Okay, cookie claps. Get some cookies. You need to cookie clap with them. Oh, my cookies broke. Well, like more, share more, hear more.
Bye bye.
Bye.